welcome again to our YouTube channel. My name is Joseline and I'm a local real estate agent and a local real estate investor. And today's video, I want to talk about renovations. Should you renovate before you list your home? So, to be honest with you, this is a very good question, and my answer today will vary from what I could have said 6 months ago or from what I'll say a year from now, because what I'm seeing is it's a market of the moment thing. So today in 2022, if you're looking to sell a home, should you renovate first? To be honest with you, I'm going to say it depends on a few factors. One thing that I want you to understand is this. Right now, the market is really hot. As I'm shooting this video in February of 2022, we have low inventory on the market. In fact, right now, if I look in one city that I work in, which is Guelph, Ontario, we only have about 50 listings in the whole of Guelph. We have hundreds and hundreds. In my own database, I have about 800 people who are looking for homes in Guelph. But guess what? Only 50 listings on the market. So what I want to say is, if you're a seller looking to sell, maybe you shouldn't worry about renovating, because then you're gonna be caught up in the spring market, which is coming in March, April, May, June, that's spring market. So we have more listings on market. So I would say, if you're watching this video in February and early March of 2022, don't worry about doing renovations. Contact us, let us go to market, we'll help you. In fact, we'll work with you. Sometimes you might have time to change a few things, maybe painting or just the minor things that can be done in a few days. But do not take on a project right now to do a massive renovation, because there's always a risk that the market could shift while you're doing the renovations. Right now, as I'm speaking, we have low inventory. A lot of buyers just looking to get into a home. And once they get into a home, they will do the renovations themselves. They'll decide what they want to do, and they will make it their own. So you don't have to do that right now. So my answer to this question is, maybe you don't need to do that. In fact, I just sold a house 2 days ago that, with comparables, nicely done comparables, had sold for like $850 in the last 2 weeks. My client went to market without renovations and we got $925. Why? Because that is the kind of market we're in right now. Renovated or not renovated, you go to market, the homes are selling so fast. So instead of missing out on an opportunity to sell for top dollar, I would say list your home right now. And maybe on offer date, if you don't get the number you were expecting, maybe we can say, okay, let's go back and revisit and see if we can do some renovations. But right now, don't worry about renovations. Get the home on the market and cash out while you still can. If you still insist on doing renovations, I would say don't do it on your own, okay? I would say, if you're thinking to sell, connect with our team or connect with any realtors that you're working with. Have them recommend the best renovations that have the highest return on investment. I've seen people spend money in areas that people don't really care about. For example, I've had people, before you list your home, do some renovations that people can't really see. For example, if you have to decide between doing the roof and a fresh coat of paint, which one will you choose? I would say, yes, if the roof needs to be done, that's one thing, but I would say invest the money in things that people can actually see. Because when people are looking through the home, they don't care about what the roof looks like. A lot of people will ask to know the condition of the roof, but it's not a deal breaker. I would say if you have $10,000 to spend, there are areas where we could spend that money to yield a higher return on investment. So the money you're investing comes back and more. Another thing that I'm going to say, this is very, very, very important if you're working on if you're thinking to renovate before you go to market. My point right now, my opinion as a professional, is that don't worry about renovating. Let's just get to market. Let's sell your home while the demand is still high and inventory is really, really low. However, in your heart, if you feel like you still want to renovate, this is a point that you should literally almost highlight in this video. Don't start work that you cannot finish. The worst thing you can do as a seller is start a project and not finish it. This will hurt the value that you sell for. I've had clients in the past who said, look, my basement is unfinished. I just want to finish it because the guy down the street had a finished basement. And I'm just like, we can get you the same value with an unfinished basement. In this case, somebody decided that they still wanted to do the basement. They did the basement and they couldn't finish it in time. Do you know what buyers think when they're going through a home that's not finished? They think maybe something is wrong. Maybe the city stopped him. Maybe they came through a problem that I can't solve. It just looks really bad when you're trying to sell a home that is that's going through renovations. What I would say is, if you still want to renovate, make a list at the budget, find out the contractors who can get it done in time. Whatever you start, make sure you finish it, because that's how you're gonna get top dollar for your home. If you can't finish the renovation, actually it has a negative impact on your property, because the only people who are gonna buy the home are people who are okay taking over projects, are people who are okay, majority of them will be investors who don't pay top dollar for homes. So please, please, please do not start a project that you cannot finish. Before you start any work, make sure you connect with a professional who can guide you through the process. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. And if you have any questions or you'd like to know more about renovations, or you'd like to connect with local contractors, we're happy to help with that. That is why we're here as a team. So feel free to connect with our team and we'll be happy to guide you. Thank you very much for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next one.